What is love?
Let's talk about that.
Good mythical morning.
Mythical Beast, a question is like something we answer on Thursdays.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, we asked you to ask us questions about Valentine's Day. And our first question comes from Brandon Martin, who asks, what do I get that special lady in my life that insists that you don't have to get me anything, honey?
Oh, man. Okay, first of all, we all know that this is a trick question.
Yes.
So step one is realizing that this is totally a trap.
Totally.
Now, I fell for the trap.
I have too.
And I took the request at face value in Valentine's past, and it did not go well with me.
It never does.
But then the next year, anything I did could beat it out. So
that's a different strategy.
That's the long-term approach. We're not gonna address that today. So step one is realizing that this is the trap. And you know what? You're already there, Brandon, by asking the question,
yes.
which we're gonna
not
answer.
Answering it because we're gonna
answer it right now.
You ask it, we answer it.
Yes.
Usually we have an analogy to explain that, but we didn't have one, so we forgot how it all works. No, okay, so we actually have a foolproof method for you to make this never happen again. If someone tells you this, if your significant other says you don't have to get me anything for Valentine's Day or any other time, this is what you do. You make a donation to a charity on their behalf, in their name. Let me explain why this works. First of all,
does it need an explanation?
it does.
I just thought it was like, wham, amazing.
If they're a genuinely good person, they're just gonna be, oh, that was the sweetest thing, I love you. But if they're just a normal person, what's gonna happen is they're gonna be upset that you didn't get them something.
But they ain't gonna say that.
They can't be upset with you because you gave to a charity, and you can't be mad at somebody who gives to a charity, especially if you give to a charity that has them in mind. They like animals, give to an animal shelter. If they're really tall, give to Tall Clubs International.
Not a real charity.
It is. I don't know if it's actually a charity, but it is a thing. I'm not a member. Maybe I should be. But listen, the next year, they are not going to say that, and they will be very specific about what they want you to get them. At least they will drop a hint.
And plus,
this will work.
You'll know what type of person they are by their reaction.
Yes, true.
Because if they just get upset, then you need to break up. Let's ask another question. Faith Van Cleve sends it in, and it's, what's the point of What's the point of Valentine's Day?
What's the point of Valentine's Day? Okay, well, the point of Valentine's Day is celebrating a little crazy thing that we call love. And the question behind that question is, what is love? Did you hear me when I sang that at the beginning of this whole thing?
And contrary to what you may think, love it can be boiled down to just science.
Oh.
And of course, we don't need to sit here and yammer on about that.
No, we don't.
When we can just cut to amazingly amazing science.
What is love? Love is more than a feeling. It's a cocktail of chemicals.
When you're falling in love with someone, dopamine, adrenaline, and norepinephrine turn the pleasure centers in your brain up to 11, while also causing your pain centers to shut down. This changes the way you see the world, making everything seem great, even if it isn't.
In other words, love isn't something you can control, it's something that happens to you.
Think of it this way. Love is a sliding glass door and your brain is Melvin.
Melvin gets excited when he sees the piñata at Gary's annual garden party, so he runs outside.
But just like love, Melvin doesn't see that glass door coming.
He smashes into the door face first, breaks his nose, and leaves the party embarrassed.
As Melvin is riding his bike home that night, he catches the most wonderful scent he's ever smelled, and he starts to follow it.
He turns a corner and is surprised to find that the smell is coming from a garbage truck. It turns out that just like love can change your perception of reality, breaking his nose on that sliding glass door turned all bad smells into good smells.
Melvin follows the truck all the way to the local landfill, where he discovers the most delicious cornucopia of garbage in the world.
He begins rolling around in the trash, making snow angels in the medical waste, when he comes upon an especially fragrant pile of dog vomit and smears it all over his body because to him, it smells like a Cinnabon factory.
Little does Melvin know, the vomit came from a female who was in heat.
Local stray dogs catch the scent wafting off of Melvin and start surrounding him.
They begin gnawing on his calves, but Melvin doesn't care because just like love, that glass door also numbed his pain receptors.
The dogs chew his feet off from the ankles down, forcing Melvin to crawl on all fours.
The pack sees Melvin hobbling around on his bloody nubbins, accepts him as one of their own, and drags him back to their den.
As he assimilates into the pack, he grows a nice thick layer of back fur. Eventually, Melvin takes a dog wife and fathers a litter of beautiful baby werewolves. So the next time you find yourself rolling in refuse, clomping around on gooey stumps, living in the woods with a pack of wild dogs, and rearing a pack of baby werewolves,
That's when you'll know you're in love. Happy Valentine's Day! This has been Amazingly Amazing Science!
Wow, leave it to science to just give me a warm and fuzzy feeling.
Yeah, okay, moving right along to our next question. Swirly Kalen asks, we actually received a question from non-Swirly Kalen, but I decided that that wasn't worthy of responding to.
Right. Only swirly is worthy?
That almost rhymed, but it didn't.
I know.
You wanted it to
I was
rhyme.
hoping that it was.
Swirly Kalen asks, a song for when I want to say I love you, but can't. It's really, she demanded it. She didn't ask. That's
Okay.
fine. Okay.
But you know what? Swirly brings up a good point that those words, those three words when put together they carry a lot of weight. And it's a big deal when you say them to someone for the first time. And a lot of us have a lot of difficulty figuring out how to put those three words together. But this song should help.
This is a song for when
You want to say I love you, but you can't.
Hey girl, you know we've been dating for a long time now, going on 5 whole weeks.
Now that's commitment, baby. So we prepared this very special song for the very special ladies in our lives.
Listen up.
It was magic on our first date at the food court in the mall.
That's a Sbarro.
You still won't let me meet your parents, but hey, that's your call.
You're a strong, independent woman.
Remember our first kiss, romantically lit in the Walmart parking lot.
Always low prices.
And then what did we do? We got matching tattoos of a high school mascot.
You're charging chipmunks.
Now I'm ready to say I lost my shoe in the park. It was a flip-flop. Have you seen it? I lotioned my skin with hotel shampoo. It was an accident. You nursed me back to health when I woke up in Mexico.
He was missing a kidney.
And I drove you to the hospital when you fell off the hoverboard and broke both elbows.
All 2 of them.
You shaved my hairy back, popped the pimples I can't reach, and you went with me to get my dog spayed.
Helping control the pet population.
I think it's time to lock this down. Open my heart and finally say I long jump on the weekends. I'm in a league, you should come watch. I lowered my car insurance by 15% when I switched to Geico.
Not a sponsor.
Those 3 little words, they're so hard to say. And even though I can't say them, I want you to think I'm saying them anyway. I'll make you happy if you just do this. Just put it on mute.
Mute it up.
And read my lips. Olive juice. Elephant poo. On the shoes. On the news. Island booze. Alligator food. Island view. Vacuum. Pile of poo. Dried up glue. Buy a zoo. Crawling blue. Cows like moo. Find blues clues. I lick boots. Is that you? All birds flew. Eyes like yours. Owls can hoot. Barbecue.
So send that song to the person you love.
We love you. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing this video. Or we won't. Just kidding.
Won't love them?
No, won't love them.
You know what time it is?
I'm Elizabeth. And I'm Isabella. We're from Perth, Australia, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
If you need more stickers in your life, first of all, I relate. And second of all, you should go to Rentley.com/store and get our brand new 2 sticker packs.
Click to the Good Mythical More, or mobile users, click the I out of convenience for us to do the blind gum taste test.
Shout out to Fingerless Gloves.
Shout out to you, Fingerless Gloves.
Where did your fingers go?
They're all in a pile somewhere, just a sad big pile of fingertips from gloves.
I love to have warm palms, but I want my fingers to be cold, and that's why I turn to you. Corn.
No, I'm giving you a hint.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
You can't give a hint that has one of the words in it, Jim.
Corn.
Other hint, pop.